We get to catch up with Christy, of course, from Addington Place. Christy, you guys just recently had a ribbon cutting and a meet and greet for your new director last Thursday. How'd that go?
We did. We had a very great turnout. We had probably 20 ambassadors from Grow Clinton that showed up. So we took pictures in front of our new sign, and we cut the ribbon physically up by the building so that our residents could see.
What about the reaction from the residents to all this going on at your place?
Oh, they loved it. They were like, what is going on? So then we told them what we were doing, and of course it was after lunch, so everybody was already out in the dining room, so they got to come outside and watch all of it happen, and the weather was beautiful. So
yeah, and you just recently had a biz after 5. How did that go?
That went well as well. Grow Clinton came and did some tours, and we ate and drank and had a good time.
Well, that is good. Before we get into what Addington Place all does have to offer, you wanted to bring up the Caregiver Support Group. Talk about that.
Yep. So I had been doing this at the warehouse. It is for families and caregivers of those with dementia and Alzheimer's. But recently, I have talked to the Clinton Public Library. So we will be hosting at the North Branch. It'll be the first Tuesday of every month, and I have partnered with Elizabeth Hurd from the Alverno. So we're going to do it together.
So what takes place during this support group?
So basically, just like it sounds, we're offering support, for caregivers to not feel like they're alone, to share their stories and know that, there is support out there.
How can some of these caregivers get support? I mean, how can they get some help to maybe break away for a little while just to catch your breath?
That's a good question. Actually, Paul Holmer from First Congregational does First Circle Friends, which is twice a month. It's an all-day thing from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. They give them a meal, and they're doing cognitive activities with them to keep them functioning.
Okay, so again, it's going to be at the North Library up there on Main Avenue. When's the first one going to be?
August 1st. So it'll be the first Tuesday of every month from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m.
So August 1st, and then you'll meet again on September the 5th. How many people do you normally get to this?
Actually, there's not been a great turnout since COVID. That's why I was hoping that partnering up, we can really get this ball rolling again, just so that we have support out there. And if they're not able to come personally, we will have a Zoom link so they can.
Oh, okay, very good. That is great. If they want to find out more information, what would be the best route for them to do that?
They could give me a call on my cell phone, 563-503-4093. Otherwise, if they go to Alzheimer's, the website, they can find all of the information there.
Okay. Now that walk's coming up, isn't it, pretty soon?
September 23rd.
Okay, that'll be here before we know it. How's the plans on that coming along?
Oh, I think we're doing really great. There's a giant goal, and I think we're hitting all of the small goals that we need to.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Again, with Christy from Addington Place. Now, what do you all have to offer out there at Addington Place?
So we're assisted living, so we're helping with all of their daily activities, meal reminders, showers, laundry, housekeeping. Of course, we do have some that are independent, and we're just there as an extra set of eyes.
Okay. So, I mean, the independent aspect of it, talk about that. A lot of people maybe think that it, not that a possibility, but it is.
It is. So they're still going to wear the pendants that all of our residents wear for safety. It's essentially like Life Alert, but it's going to alert our iPads so that our staff knows that they need some help. But we're just there to help them if they need it.
Okay, and of course I would imagine you also assist the families when they have to make a decision whether mom or dad are going to be at Addington Place. How does that work?
It's always easier when mom and dad are on board, but that's not always the case. So generally, families come in first and tour and get all of their information, and then they discuss it with mom and dad. Ultimately, it needs to be their decision, So we try to just invite them in to take part in some of our activities or share a meal with us just to see what we have to offer. We also have respite care, which is a 5 to 30-day stay, so they can get acclimated just to see what assisted living is about.
Okay, and again, you're located where?
1701 13th Avenue North.
And the address?
That is.
You give me and the phone number?
563-243-6870.
And again, that caregiver support group going to be at the North Library on Tuesday, August 1st. So again, it'd be a great opportunity for people to maybe find out a little bit more what they can receive from your group.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, Christy, thanks so much. We'll catch up
you.
with you again next month.
Thank you.
This, keep it on the down low here,
is the Dan Patrick Show.
I got some more information. What the Pac-12 is